Hi everyone, I want to share something fascinating I discovered lately. So here in front of you on the screen, you can see a close-up of a snowflake, believe it or not. It's pretty fascinating. And if you look different snowflakes, you may notice a pattern. So let me show you a few quick. So here's one, here's another one. This kind of looked like a bone, but there is a pattern actually between this one and this one. So let's look at another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. And even though they look all different, there is a pattern, as I mentioned. So you might have already noticed it, but the pattern is that there are 6 sides to it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go back to the ones we saw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same with this one. Same with this one. So here on each side you can see there are um, 6 sides. This one as well. So there is 6 sides, and that are, and then there is a center here, and they all revolve like 6 around 1, right? So here's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same with this one. So it made me wonder, why are there 6 sides? Yet they all look different. Each one looks like a little piece of artwork, and they only last a moment and melt, and it's so incredible. There are not two alike snowflakes, so this is pretty fascinating. So I was thinking about this, and then here also you can see some other patterns, some other designs, and as you can tell, they all have 6 sides to it. So why are there 6 evolving around 1? Well, that reminds me of a couple texts in the Bible. The Bible says, "For he said to the snow, Be thou on the earth, likewise to the small rain, and to the great rain of his strength." So here the Bible tells us that God is the one that speaks, and then the snow falls on the earth. So this is not a random process, and each one reveals something about God's creative power. So another text also says, "He giveth snow like a wool, he scattereth the hoarfrost like ashes, he casteth forth his ice like morsels. Who can stand before his cold?" So another text showing how God is the one that sends snow as well as rain to the earth. In Exodus 20, verses 8 through 11, we find the fourth commandment, which says to remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. 6 days thou shalt labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor the stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth and the sea and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. So here, according to the fourth commandment, the Bible says to remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. And then we're informed that in they were to work six days, but the 7th day is the Sabbath. And then it tells us the reason. For in 6 days the Lord made the heaven and the earth and the sea and all that in them is. So, according to the Bible, God created the world in 6 days, and He set apart the 7th day, the Sabbath, as a holy day. We find that actually in Genesis 2, 2, and 3, where the Bible says, "And on the 7th day God ended His work which He had made, and rested the 7th day from all His work which He had made. And God blessed the 7th day and sanctified it, because that in it He had rested from all His work which He had created and made." So I believe that these snowflakes reveal to us the God as the creator, because there are 6 sides, just like there are 6 common days, and then there is one center in the middle. The Sabbath is the central day of the week, because it reminds us of who God is and who we are. God is our creator, we are His creatures, and we're to worship God. So God uh, put this in His creation so that we may be reminded, as the Bible says, that God's handiwork reveal His glory. So I hope that next time you encounter snow, you think about this. May God bless you.